I see them staring and there's nothing else to do. Oh, it's in color. Your hair is brown. Your eyes are hazel. And soft as clouds. I often kiss you when there's no one else around. I got your picture. I got your picture. I'd like to
Good evening from Halle an der Saale, Germany. This is episode 11 of the Quarantine Kitchen. I can't believe that we've made 11 episodes. Can you believe that already, Tonya?
No, that's crazy.
It is crazy. I didn't know 2 weeks ago when we started this that we would dive right in the way that we have. So today we're going to prepare a dinner. We're going to stay with an Asian theme. So the first I want to show you are the ingredients for the entree. What we're having tonight are seared ahi tuna steaks. We're going to just season them very, very basically. Nothing complicated, nothing that you don't already have. We found these ahi tuna steaks. Each one of these tuna steaks is probably about 4 to 5 ounces each. So there will be 2 servings of ahi tuna. And so what we're going to season them with is a little bit of sea salt, not very much, because we also are going to be using some soy sauce at the end to finish it. So a tiny bit of salt, some garlic powder, some black pepper, some lime, and the soy sauce at the end. So you'll see how we prepare it. I have some chopped cilantro. We bought quite a bit of cilantro the other day, so we're trying to use it. So this will be just as a garnish on top of the fish. And we're going to pan fry the ahi with some peanut oil. We've been experimenting with peanut oil. It really has a nice flavor, and it has a high smoke temperature. So you can really get the pan really, really hot without smoking up your whole kitchen. So these are our basic ingredients.
I got your picture. I'd like a million of you over myself. I want a doctor to take a picture. So
What else are we having?
We have some Asian cabbage in the refrigerator. We'll show you all 3 dishes, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Turning Japanese.
We have a side dish. So one of the side dishes we're going to have tonight is basically some Asian cabbage. We bought an Asian cabbage at the market the other day. We have about half of it left. We're just wondering what we should do with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to fry the cabbage with some bacon. We get these bacon pieces. This is already diced bacon here. We can get this
Like bacon bits, uncooked bacon bits.
yeah, uncooked bacon bits. That's right. So anyway, they're called Schenkenwürfel. So we're going to fry the bacon bits in a pan and get the bacon fat rendered and get the bacon bits semi-crispy. And then we're going to add some leek. We got a leek here. We're going to use a little bit of leek, and we're going to shred the cabbage. We're going to shred the cabbage against the grain and create like a slaw. So we're going to fry an Asian cabbage slaw. We're going to also season it with some sea salt, some black pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and some sesame seeds. This dish will take all of 10 minutes. That's side dish number 1, and side dish number 2 coming up will be Tonya's, was it lime-cilantro jasmine rice?
Cilantro-Lime Rice.
Cilantro.
But
Okay.
it's jasmine rice.
It is jasmine rice, yeah. Okay, all right, so we'll see in a few.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, I'm making the cabbage slaw. So I'm taking the knife and I'm taking really, really small slices of the cabbage against the grain so that we can then get a slaw. This will make, the thinner you can get it, the faster look at that, the faster the cabbage will cook. So you want something that looks, you know, thin, small, something that will cook fast. So I'm gonna finish cutting this up.
By the way, we did join HelloFresh and we got a box of fresh vegetables and some meats today. And although we're not using it yet, we did get lots of good goodies in our...
Yeah, there was a lot in that. There was a lot of different things in that box.
Yeah, so we got a lot of like fresh vegetables and
Tell them a little bit
spices.
about the HelloFresh while I put this all in a bowl.
Well,
What-
it's common in America. It's in America too.
Oh.
It's the same. So it's just ingredients to make your own meals at home. We're probably not going to use the recipes because number one, they're all in German and I'd have to translate them. And number two, I think I'll just use what they sent me to make my own recipes up. So,
Yeah, it was good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff come in the mail today.
Yeah.
And that's a good service in case somebody doesn't want to shop at the grocery store,
yeah, it's
right?
like €30 and we got 5 meals out of it. So,
Yeah. So the equivalent of 5 meals. So 5 meals for 2 people.
yeah.
So 10 servings, 10 different meals, all the ingredients to make the meal, right?
Not
Everything-
10 meals, but 10 servings.
Yeah, 10 servings of, no, I was going to
No,
say 10
not-
servings of 5 meals.
Yeah.
No. So 2 servings of each meal
Exactly.
times 5.
Yeah.
All right. So this will give us about 5 dinners, this HelloFresh box, right?
Yeah.
I got your picture of me and you. You wrote I love you.
Okay, hi, we're back. What we're gonna do is I've got the pan on maximum heat. This pan has been left to heat up for about a good 5 minutes. When I open the bacon, you can see what we're talking about with the bacon bits. These bacon bits are quite a bit, they're lean. It's gonna give us good flavor, good bacon smoky flavor, but it's not gonna give us a lot of fat. So I did lightly cover the pan with peanut oil, and that peanut oil is really hot. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put the bacon in the hot pan, and we're gonna get this going. I always love that sound. Don't you like that sound, Tonya?
Mm-hmm.
It means dinner's coming. All right. So we're gonna let that. Why don't you come? Can you come in here?
Yeah,
and
I can see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We're gonna let what fat is on the bacon render itself out. So in about 30 seconds or so, I'm gonna put in first the leek, and then I'm gonna put the cabbage. And this dish will cook really, really quickly. So.
Looks like those are done already.
Yeah, they're cooking quick. Just want a little bit more fat out of there. Okay. So in goes the leek. And give those a stir in the pan just to get everything mixed up. Okay. Ooh. That's a really nice smell. What's your opinion, Tonya?
Smells good.
All right, so then all that slaw that I cut up, we'll put into the pan. Some of the chunkier pieces maybe I won't use. It'll take too long to cook. You just want really thin pieces. Try to avoid maybe the core. This is a piece of the cabbage core.
And we sometimes put this in the oven to cook, right? Like we've done the cabbage in the oven
Yep.
and roasted it.
There's nothing else to do. Oh, it's in color. Your hair is brown.
Let the cabbage cook down. The bacon will cook with it. This is a bit faster, probably because of the direct heat. So, all right. So all the chunky pieces, I'm not going to use those. Those would take forever to cook. So that'll go into the trash container.
Or I can keep it, put it in the fridge and use it for my soup when I make soup next time.
Okay.
Cabbage soup.
Oh, we have
We got it.
casualties.
Here's another big piece. Maybe.
All right. Cool. It's nice to have another set of eyes in the kitchen. So we're gonna give the cabbage a turn in the pan so we can get the bacon flavor, the leek flavor, everything kind of going. Okay. All right, so while that's cooking, we're gonna give it a small pinch of garlic. We don't want the garlic overwhelming, but
A pinch?
that's a pinch.
So you're not going to use actual measurements then?
A pinch is a measurement.
Huh, okay.
A pinch is another pinch of black pepper, maybe 2 pinches of black pepper, because we like it with a little bit of a kick. Now, the bacon's gonna add some salt, but not a lot. So we'll just do a pinch of salt. And then we'll taste it.
I see. So your measurements are just pinches then. You're the pinch and dram guy, and what? I'm just the
a dram,
eyeball.
a dribble.
I'm the eyeballer.
You are the eyeballer. At least I'm giving somebody the estimate of what it could be.
I see.
Okay,
So that'll take a little while to get tender.
yeah. It'll cook down a lot too.
Yeah.
Do you want it, Tonya? Do you want it a little bit more of a kick, a little spicier, or no? I can put some red chili flake at this point.
I think no.
No red chili flake. Okay. And then I've got about 2 tablespoons of roasted, bless you, roasted sesame seed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna put those.
I sneezed in my elbow, by the way,
I'm glad.
in case anybody was wondering.
We are in the quarantine kitchen, and we don't want any sneezing. We want to try to keep the kitchen as sterile as possible. Now, depending on your what flavor you want, this is going to be a real smoky cabbage with a little bit of a kick from the black pepper and a hint of onion from the leek. But if you wanted to forego the salt, you could put some soy sauce at this point and give it really an Asian flair. We're not going to do that. We are going to just let this cook down and we want tonight's flavors just basic. We don't want to go overboard. We've been letting the cabbage cook for about 5 minutes on maximum heat. So you can see, look at how much the volume's gone down, right? Mm-hmm. It's really cooked down. The bacon pieces are crispy. I've kind of let it sit on one side because I would like the cabbage to get really caramelized and kind of a char to it. That will give it another flavor component. So there's a nice char on the bottom. We got the bacon, adding some salt. I just checked it. It's not too salty, but it's salty enough. I'm not going to re-season it. And it's ready. It's ready to come off the heat. So shut the heat off, and I've got a serving dish. And probably need a little bit of help. And so then I will just, since we have all this cilantro, I mean, we bought cilantro like it was going out of style the other day. So I'll just garnish a little bit of this with some cilantro. And we have Asian style cabbage.
All right, looks good.
What we've got, we're gonna do the ahi steaks right now. And we're getting a pan really, really hot. I've put about a tablespoon of peanut oil, and that oil is going to get really, really hot. I've got it on maximum. I want this pan rip-roaring hot. We're going to cook each tuna steak, maybe 30 seconds on each side, just to get a char. The tuna steak should be rare to medium rare inside, depending on
I often kiss you when there's no one else around.
How do you want your tuna steak cooked, Tonya?
Rare, not raw, but rare-ish.
Okay. So you don't want sushi.
No.
But the good news is that these ahi tuna steaks these are sushi grade.
Right.
I mean, they sell them at the Asian market so that people at home can make tuna sashimi or tuna sushi. So what I've also done off camera, let me show you, is I've made a little sauce. I'm gonna dip both tuna steaks in this sauce. What I've done, and I'll put the recipe up at the end of this video for the sauce, I've put some soy sauce, some rice wine vinegar, some honey, some black pepper, and a tiny bit of garlic powder. So I've stirred this up well. So you have this sweet Asian, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cook each steak by itself because I wanna give them all my attention. So I wanna set the first tuna steak on one side, and then we're gonna put it on another. We don't want these to marinate, but we just want the flavor. So I'll just turn it over a couple times. And we'll put this in our rip-roaring pan. And then I want to press down with my fingers or with a spatula because I want to sear. I want those tuna steaks seared really, really well. So we're going to do about 30 seconds. So that's been about 10. About 10 more seconds. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it. Beautiful. We probably could have left it another minute. Not a minute, maybe another 10, 15 seconds.
I got your picture, I got your picture. I'd like a million of you over myself.
We don't want it to cook through. That's not the point. So while that's searing, what I might want to do is just dust it lightly with some black pepper to give it a little zing.
A pinch.
It wasn't even a pinch. That was, what would that be? A smidge.
Okay.
That would be a smidge. I put a smidge of pepper on one side.
A smidge.
And when I take it off the heat, I'm going to remove it to the plate, and I'm going to put a few sesame seeds on top.
I think that's pretty much done.
Yep.
Looks like it's getting done in the middle.
Yep. Here, let's see how it looks on the other side. Yeah, look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and you can see how it is. It's pink. It's still pink on the inside. All right, so we'll give this pan a chance to get hot again, and we're gonna just take do the same procedure. Same procedure as every year, right, James?
Right.
That was for our German
Dinner
friends.
for one.
Dinner for one, except we're doing dinner for two. So we want this nice. I guess I could reserve some of this sauce, and we could have used it to drizzle over the finish. But I really want the taste of the tuna to come through. I want to taste the tuna. I don't want to taste,
Right.
I don't want it just to taste all saucy and only say, oh, well, that's nice. That's a nice sauce you made, but I can't taste the fish. So I'm going to put some pressure there.
And these don't have a fish smell at all,
No,
by the way.
they do not.
So I think they're pretty fresh.
Okay. And then we're going to take it off the heat and flip it. Oh, that one came out better. Then I want to sear it again.
It's delish.
You don't want to put too much pressure here. You don't want to squash the tuna steak.
Take a picture so I can look at you from inside as well. You got me turning up and turning down. I'm turning in, I'm turning right, I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese.
Probably another 15 seconds. Okay, so while that's finishing, We'll give it, again, a little smidge of black pepper. Not a lot. Not a pinch. Just a smidge. And while that's finishing on the stove, I'm going to shut the heat off. Then we'll put a few sesame seeds over. And again, since we've got cilantro for days, we'll put a little cilantro on it, a little twist.
Looks great.
Okay, there's your ahi.
Looks
And
great.
Tonya will get busy on her jasmine rice, and then
done.
we'll. Oh, it's already done.
It's done.
Oh, so we'll just show them We'll show them
Yeah.
plated. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you next time on the Quarantine Kitchen.
Yep.
Guten appetit.
Good appetit.
Japanese up the